Summer job opportunities for Monterey Day Camp Counselor and Playground Leader. I know at the summer fair that was put on last Thursday that some people had information about this. I've posted these on the 2 bulletin boards. If you want a copy, come see me. I can make you a copy. Most of them you have to be 16 years of age or older. But if you're interested in a summer job as a playground leader or day camp counselor, come see me and I'll give you one of these.
It's that time again. Science Fair is Monday here at York in the library. So I do need to make a couple of announcements and reminders to all of you who have had the pleasure of participating in the past. At 2 o'clock, the 8th and 9th graders will be in the library, so the library will be closed during 6th period and health and fitness on Monday to everyone else. The judges will be coming, some of them, as well as open public viewing. We invite anyone out there who would like to come and see all of the wonderful science projects that have been happening over the last 6 months to join us between 2 and 3:30. Because we have so many visitors coming, I can't emphasize strongly enough the idea of keeping the campus clean that Mrs. Sherry talked about. We're going to have all kinds of people coming to visit, so we do want everyone coming in to appreciate our campus as much as we do and to recognize how much we love this place. The library will, the science field will stay up all day Tuesday as well, so if you would like the opportunity to see all of the projects, they will be up on Tuesday, and with that in mind, I'd ask you to remember to be respectful of all of the hard work that went into the projects. If you would like to use the library on Tuesday, of course you're welcome to do that, but please try not to move things around and take care of all the boards that are up. The boards will be taken down by Wednesday, so we'll return the library to its normal state on Wednesday. And again, just thank you in advance for allowing us to have our York Science Fair.
About 25 art students from York were selected to show their portraits at the Monterey Airport. The opening reception for that is tomorrow, 5:30. You're all welcome to come. I think we can all fit in the airport and make a statement. They're wonderful portraits, and the exhibition will be up, I believe, to the middle of May. Thank you.
Remember those photos of last Friday night's party that you posted on Facebook? Those crazy pictures that look like a scene from The Hangover? Somehow, you thought it was a good idea to share those wild events with your friends. And it's a private setting, so no harm done, right? Wrong. Contrary to popular belief, Facebook is a public forum, not a private site. That means that anything you say now can and will be used against you in the future. So, before you create that next awesome Facebook album titled, "Yo, that weekend was the bomb," you may want to consider one thing. Do you really want certain information shared with the rest of the world? Facebook is the mecca of personal information. Over 800 million people around the world willingly post their statuses, comments, and photos on a single networking site that is available to everyone. A recent survey of the top 500 United States colleges showed that schools look at networking sites just like Facebook when evaluating students. 38% of these schools said that what they saw negatively affected their views of the applicant. But luckily, all of this Facebook ammo can be easily avoided. Facebook ammo is defined on Urban Dictionary as any ridiculous or demoralizing photos or comments that can be posted on Facebook that are used to blackmail you. So remember, a little bit of editing and creative posting now can save you a lot of trouble in the long run. Thank you.
2 weeks ago, today, the varsity boys soccer team played their final game, and Mr. Soto and I were there, and the next day Mr. Soto ascended these steps to tell you about this exciting game. I think he said it was not only the best game he'd seen our team play, but maybe the best high school game he'd ever seen. And he's far more knowledgeable than I about soccer. So, but even I, amateur me, realized about halfway through the game that what I was watching was really something quite special, and was indeed the best game I've seen played in all the years I've been here. And if you put the game into some perspective, you get a sense of why that was. First of all, they were playing PG, which is probably 4, maybe 5 times our size. Number 2, they called they did a very nice thing. They called the seniors out for a little celebration. They were playing their final game in high school. And they brought the York seniors forward, 4 of them. Would they come down here, please? I have something for you. I know, embarrassing. And so the 4 seniors, they said very nice words about them, very nice. And then they sat down, and then they called the PG seniors up, and 14 got up. And it took a long time to get through the entire number. Now, number 14 kind of corresponded to us, but it wasn't seniors. It was mostly 9th graders and 10th graders, which in most schools is a JV team. Then I watched the PG coach do something I'd never seen before. They usually substitute by putting in 1, 2, or maybe 3 players. This PG coach took off 8 or 9 players at a time and brought in a whole new fresh team. And he did this several times. And I thought, oh Lord, our kids are going to be very tired. They're not going to be able to keep up. Furthermore, PG was not able to capitalize on these younger and less robust players coming in. PG didn't score any goals off of the team when the younger kids came into play, which I thought was quite impressive. It was a very hard-fought game, enormous skill, and it could have gone either way. It went right down to the last couple of seconds. And then the last thing that made it unique was there were all of these parents there. I've never seen so many parents there. Yelling, shouting. You would have thought we were the home team. I thought we had at least as many people there and louder than PG's. So, for those reasons, I thought it was quite a game. Now, I owe these people a Snickers because they each scored a goal late in the season that I saw, so I have to give them a Snickers. But I didn't call them down here just to give them their Snickers because they scored a goal. Because I think there was something else going on that was even more important. For years I've watched on the opening day of school, students flock into this room, and the seniors immediately scamper up those steps to claim their birthright, take the loft. That's very fine, it's wonderful, it's appropriate, and even symbolic, because although they are amongst us, they're also separated from us. And it kind of reminds us that their time with us is short. Now, ascending the heights, they may look very strong and healthy and robust to you, but they actually are very fragile and frail creatures because they inevitably fall easy prey and victim to an insidious disease known as senioritis. Now, senioritis can afflict seniors in the most awful of ways. It can turn the most robust, healthy senior into a quivering mass of listlessness and torpor. Very difficult to get out of bed in the morning, harder yet to get to class on time, and almost impossible to get papers in. When it comes soccer season, they've turned the corner, and these guys could easily have thrown in the towel like so many seniors I've seen before, to say, oh, there's only 4 seniors, we have 14 freshmen and sophomores, we don't even know who they are, it's a rebuilding year, we'll just do what most seniors do, we'll just go through the motions, phone it in as it were. And they didn't do that. I watched, they showed up to practice on time, they didn't cut practice, and even late in the season, coach kind of gave them leadership. They kind of ran the practice, and thought, this is quite something. And I thought that they set a really good example to the younger underclassmen out there, 13 or 14 or however many you are. This is what you should try to do when you're seniors, and there's a little challenge here for you. They set an example for you. And I think you have an obligation to the 9th and 10th graders who will be sitting out here when you're up there to do the same thing for them. So, Seti and Ryan and Nick and Nils, and I'm not going to forget people, and Rutger and Ryan and Riley Aaron and Daniel and all those little guys, this is, you should try to emulate this. Now, I was trying to think of a way to honor them for this, because it's so, rare. And I couldn't think of anything all through the game.
Quiet down!
I walked back to my car, thinking, what can I do? I couldn't think of anything. I got in the car and I started to drive up the hill. I was going to go off to Carmel. I had to go to the drugstore. I'm going to go to CVS, pick up some items, and for some bizarre reason, which I still do not understand, I got to the top of the hill, and I made this last-second decision. I turned the car real fast, went into Safeway, and made a U-turn and went back down the hill, down Forest, to that shopping center down there. I hate that shopping center. It's always given me the creeps. And I haven't been there at least 20 years. But I knew there was a drugstore there, and I parked the car, and I went in, and I realized immediately why it gave me, I was the only person in there. Nobody in there. And so I went to the back, picked up a few items, came down the center aisle, and walked towards the register, and I came across this unbelievably weird scene. There was a big shelf, empty shelf, the whole top shelf, 25 feet. Nothing there, except one thing, which stood out, and I kind of looked at this, my eyes popped out of my head. I went up and looked at this, and I said, no, impossible, can't be. I said, this is exactly what I've been looking for. So I went up to the register to pay for it, and even weirder, it wouldn't scan. It's unknown item, unknown item, unknown item. What is going on? Is it I had to negotiate them with a price. But I said, I have to have this, they understood, so I got it. And I will give it to them. So last week I introduced you to Corona Snicora, right? But I don't want to do that again. And this thing just appeared. Some invisible hand must have guided me to that place, to that aisle, to find this thing. And what I will introduce to you is this is called Magna Mater Snicora, the mother of all Snickers. This This is not one of those packages with individually wrapped Snickers. This is the giant steroid Snickers. I asked them, have you ever seen one of these? They said, no. We don't even know how it got in the store, let alone what it was doing on an empty shelf in the middle of nowhere. Something directed me, somebody said that they needed this, I guess. I don't know. The moral of the story is, you 9th and 10th graders out there, try to be like them when you become seniors and avoid senioritis and try to be for them what they were for you. So I don't know what you're going to do with this. You can open it up. It says share, but you don't have to. You want to keep it? You're the president. You guys can have that.
Stand up for 2 seconds each. Go.
That's my boys. Bring back your uniforms and pay us for a coach's gift.
JSA, we're having elections. If you're an underclassman and you want a position, you have to be there today.
Key club today at lunch. Really important meeting. Please give me your text and all your forms.
If you didn't get the memo, the spoon starts today. Library is a safe zone.
Don't forget.
Ushers for the play, March 1st, 2nd, and 5th, 4th, and it's Kobe Lee's birthday.
And don't forget, tomorrow is Geek for a Chic Day, dodgeball in the gym. Go to class.